Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Maths and Me. Shagmek here with some more interesting, informative topics of mathematics. So let's go. Okay students, so today's topic is percentages. Actually this is a very simple topic, but still there are kids who find it difficult because obviously they are getting into it, they are learning this. So what is actually percentage? Percentage means like whatever amount you are having and you have to give some part of the amount to the other person, so that is called percentage. So first example I'm going to give you, it is very simple. So this is the sign of percentage, and the meaning or the value of this sign is value of this equals to 100, and 100 also with a fraction. So now I'm just giving you a simple example with a simple amount. Let's assume I'm having rupees 100 and I have to give 5% to someone. So exactly I don't know. This is the amount written in percentage. So exactly I don't know what is the 5% of rupees 100 in rupees. So what I have to do, basically in books you are going to see these type of questions this way: 5% of rupees 100. So students, keep one thing in your mind: of means multiply, and I have already shown you that this sign means 100, means a fraction with a number of 100. So how am I going to solve this? First I'm going to convert this given question into the way I want it to be and to make it easier. So 5% is going to be somewhat like 5 upon 100. Of is going to be multiply, and rupees 100 is rupees 100. So this is properly done. So now what I have to do? What I will be doing, 5 upon 100 multiply by, just for the time being I am removing this rupees, but always keep in your mind that whenever you are writing the answer, whatever unit is given, it has to be given, it has to be written, or else the teacher is going to deduct the mark. So multiply by 100. So 0 0 gone, and 0 and 0 gone. So what is left? Only 5 is left. So now what was the unit over here? It was rupees. So rupees 5 is my answer. That means 5% of rupees 100 is rupees 5. So I guess this is easy, and I hope that you know how I did this. What is the rule for this? So I'm going to share few rules with you, and you have to always remember it. But before sharing the rule, I will be writing one more sum, so that will be making some kind of easy learning. So what I will be doing now, see, let's assume if I'm making a sum over here, and my sum is um, 12% of rupees 150. Okay, so now I have to find out, this is my question, I've just created this question just to explain you. So 12% of rupees 150, so I have to find out, like I'm having rupees 150 and I have to give 12%, means I have to search this 12% in term of an amount. So first I'm going to convert this entire question into the way we did before. So 12 upon 100, percentage will be turned into 100 with a fraction, multiply by 150. Okay, so now this was my conversion of this question. Now I have to solve this, and I have to reduce it, and I have to come to a point that where I could know that what is 12% of rupees 150. So now see, this is a numerator, this is a denominator. The number on the above side, it is always considered as a numerator. So I'm going to consider this number also as a numerator. So now what rule you have to follow, or you always have to remember? The first rule you have to remember that I will be doing some kind of cancellation. See, you can do the multiplication. You can multiply the numerator with the numerator and then write this upon. But there are two other ways to solve this. So you can cancel, keep this in your mind, a numerator with a denominator. So let's check it over here. This is a numerator and this is a denominator. So I can do the cancellation up and down, or I can, even this is a numerator and this is a denominator. So I can cancel this and this. Cancel means what? I'll explain you. Now this was the first rule. What is the second part? You cannot, this is something can't. You can't cancel a numerator with a numerator, or a denominator with a denominator. So this is something you can do. This is you cannot do. I will explain you everything while doing this sum, while attempting this sum. Now the third thing is both the numerator and the denominator has to be in the same table. Third thing, and the fourth thing is if there's a 1 in the denominator, do not consider it or write it. Do not consider it. So these are the 4 points you have to follow. Now I'm going to tell you what has to be done. So now again I'm rewriting this. This was 12, this was 100, this is multiply, this is 150. So as I've said, 12 is a numerator, this is a denominator, and again this is a numerator. So first and foremost, always check zeros up and zeros down. So I can see 1 0 over here and 1 0 over here. So I'm going to cancel it. So now what is left behind? 12 upon 10 multiply by 15. So first, as per this rule that we can do the cancellation, you can cancel a numerator with a denominator. So now let's see. This means that both the numbers in the fraction has to be the part of any same table. So 12 and 10. There might be a table in which comes 12 and in which comes a 10. Yes, that is the table of 2. 2 times 6 is 12 and 2 times 5 is 10. So this will be like 6 upon 5 multiplied by 15 will be written as it is. Now again, this is the numerator, this is the denominator, and this is the numerator. Now again I have to check 6 and 5 in the same table. I don't think so. So now this time we are going to use this denominator and this numerator. So how am I going to do? Let's see. In the table of 5, yes, 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 3 is 15. So here it will be 6. 5 times 1 is 5 multiplied by 5 times 3 is 15. So this is what I have received. So now here comes 1, 1 in the place of the denominator. So as per the rule number 4, if there is a 1 in the denominator, do not consider it. That means we are not going to write it. So I'm just going to focus on these two numbers. So 6 times 3 equals to 18. So what was my question? 12% of rupees 150. So the answer is rupees 18. So 18 is the answer. Like the 12 part or the 12th portion of rupees 150 is 18. So I hope this is easy, and just do not forget these rules. These rules are going to make your work easy. So now, while doing this percentages, you know what? There are three types of terms. So again, I'm writing the topic is percentage. Now, there you might have seen percentage means already we have seen that this is the sign of percentage, and this always means a hundred, and that too in fraction. Second thing is that fraction. We know what is fraction. Fraction means a numerator and a denominator, and decimal. What is the meaning of decimal? We all know. So if this is a number, this will be a whole number, and if here it is the decimal, and after the decimal there are numbers. So this place is considered as the tenth, this place will be considered as the hundred, and this place will be considered as the thousand, and so on. It can be 10,000 and so on. So now here I am having a question. Write these fractions in their simplest form. So this is also like part of the percentages. So what we have to do, we are given some fractions and we have to write it into its fraction in its simplest form. So my question given here is 24 upon 40. This is, I have shared in the previous page, that what is the rule for reducing the fraction. This is the numerator and this is the denominator. So in the numerator I am having 24, and in the denominator I am having a 40. So now I have to bring in my mind, there might be a table where these both numbers could be the part. So I don't know, I have to think about, something comes in my mind. So I guess if I divide 24 by 8 and if I divide 24 by 8, let's check what answer we are going to get. So if I divide 24 by 8, I suppose 8 times 3 is 24. So here the answer will be 3, and then 8 times 5 will be 40. After doing this step, always remember you have to check both the numerator and the denominator, that can we reduce it again? Are both the numbers going to come in any of the same table? If yes, you can proceed further. But here I can see these both are the prime numbers. So this will be my answer. Now here I am going to try one more sum, that is 36 upon 27. Same way. Always just give yourself a quick click that this is the numerator and this is the denominator. So what I'm going to do, I have to check, does this both numbers come in a same table? I think so. I know this. Let's give it a try. So I'll divide this by 9 and again a 9. Just remember that both the number you are using for the division has to be the same. So when 36 comes in the table of 9, 9 times 4 or 4 times 9 is 36. And 9 times 3 or 3 times 9 is 27. So again, I will check, this is the numerator, this is the denominator. Are these both numbers coming in any of the same table? No. So this is my answer, because again they both are not the part of the same table. So this is one thing we have done. Now again, related and relevant, because in this topic of percentage, you people receive the tables where you have to convert percentage into fraction or fraction into decimal. So this practice is for this purpose. So now the question is, some fractions are given and I have to, the fractions are given and we have to convert them into decimals. Let's see. What is the question? 5 upon 8. So this is the numerator and this is the denominator. So for converting fractions into decimals, what we need to do, we will be dividing. So this is going to be over here and 5 inside. Now obviously 8 is a bigger number than 5. So how am I going to proceed this? I will write a 0, a decimal, so I can make 5 a 50. So now let's see in the table of 8, is there any 50? So no, if not 50, so 8 times 6 is 48. So I'll use this 6. 8 times 6 is 48. So here 2 will be there. Again, I'm going to add a 0 over here. So is there any 20 in the table of 8? I guess no. So smaller than 20, 8 times 2 is 16. So I will be using 8 times 2 is 16. So 4 will be left over here. Now 4. Again I am going to add one more 0. So 8 times 5 is 40. So this is my answer. So now after converting the fraction into a decimal, my answer is 0.625. Wasn't that easy? Same here, there is one more sum and I want you to try this. So this is 8 upon 5 and kids keep on trying. So see you and meet you in the next class. Cheerios.
बस अब फोन बना